Hey y'all, and welcome back to another segment of Rumor Has It, Music, News, and Gossip, but you ain't heard it from me. Yeah, we're still riding in the midst of this wintry storm. We're in between currently, I think this is the bottom end of Georgia and the tip end of Florida. Just before we're making it over into the state of Florida. But there again, we're riding, we're talking, and different things is just joining us and causing us to think. And the word spell came up in our conversation. Now, I don't know about many of you, but I have a deep spiritual upbringing, spiritual background. And so that's something that we've all been taught in that arena, to kind of stay away from spells. And so what I'm seeing now is that everything is like it's in the wording, it's in communication, and it's all manipulation. And really what we are living, when you really began to open up your eyes, you began to see that we are living out a social experiment. And so there are a few that we kind of came up with, and you just hang tight with this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because those social experiments are soon to come. But one that we're riding through, and we're just noticing, we passed through several in and outs, Jack in the Boxes, KFCs, and what is it with this the coloring? All of them are red, all of them have yellow in their emblems some kind of way. And so, we just started looking up stuff like that. Did you know that red, I guess it stimulates something in your brain, something in your eyes that tells your brain, hey, I'm hungry. And it makes you just that much more hungrier. And I'm like, wow, look at this. Everything is manipulated, and everything is ultimately in a spell. Our children, how many of us have children that grew up on McDonald's with the red and yellow arches? How many of us? We could not pass. I know I couldn't pass by a McDonald's and not stop. And my kids not at least want something from McDonald's. But when we come into the realization of what's going on, and everyone by now should know it's a lot of scandal behind McDonald's and what they do with their food and what they support and who they support. And so we've just kind of really have just bagged back and dropped a lot of the fast food patronizing. And once you really see where it all comes from and what's the root of it all, I'm quite sure you will too. But
I don't really even desire McDonald's no more.
Right.
To be honest with you, when I pass by McDonald's now, I'm like, I'd rather eat something else. I'd rather eat Chick-fil-A or something.
Right.
But I'm kind of scurrying away from McDonald's because of what I heard, and I guess the taste of it now, it just don't even really, I don't even must desire McDonald's no more.
Right.
But if you think about all these hamburger joints, they right by each other. McDonald's here, Jack in the Box there, Burger King there.
Right.
I wonder
Wendy's.
How do they make money right next to each other?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about putting a spell on you.
Right.
Because even though they right next to each other, you got somebody like McDonald's, somebody like Burger King.
Right.
And regardless, you're going to stop there and eat. Mm-hmm. And so,
and those that are in advertising is the ones, the advertisement is the actual spell. Yeah, they get you hooked.
They just didn't come up with this idea for this logo.
Right.
All of them in it together.
Exactly.
If you look up what the arch mean for McDonald's, or
what the shell mean at the gas station,
or this logo for Adidas, or this logo for
Taco Bell,
the eye.
Yeah.
All of it got some type of significant meaning behind it.
And it's all connected.
Because you may think somebody owned McDonald's and a separate person owned Jack in the Box.
Right.
But when you look into it,
Right.
this person owned Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Burger King, and Coca-Cola. All of them.
It's a monopoly.
Under one umbrella.
That's it.
It's probably about 5 or 6 people in the whole world.
Right.
And they own all this stuff.
Right.
You know, just because it's got a different name and a different logo,
right,
it's all under the same umbrella.
Check the financials. Don't take our words for it. Dig into it. Check the financials, and you will see who really owns everything, and thereby you can find out who is really ruling the world.
Yep. And so we hooked on all this fast food. Mm-hmm. That's why so much obesity in the world.
Diseases.
Right. I mean, you wonder why a lot of these kids, you know, they growing up fast. They got big butts or big tits, and I mean, it's because of the food.
Exactly.
They got all these different hormones and stuff like that in the milk.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these kids, they coming out, what, 10 pounds?
Exactly.
You know, explain that.
Right.
You know, but, you know, you just got to watch what you eat.
Anyway, you got to watch what you eat. And, you know, we were made, when you go back to the full scheme of things, we were made initially for vegetation, and that's why our body does so much better. It just functions so much better and responds better when you eat what we call greener or healthier, which is green leafy foods and fruits and vegetables, you know?
I mean, so I've been really thinking about, you know, making me a garden.
Right.
You know, with vegetables and greens. And
right.
Just, I mean, I don't want to turn into a vegetarian, but,
right.
You know.
But there again, until we take control of that, we're still all, you know, being monopolized. We're still all being controlled to a certain degree.
But, you know, back to spells. You know, when you look at all these movies that's coming out.
Whoa.
And all the shows from back in the days that show Bewitched. You know, and I forgot the name of that movie. Oprah Winfrey came out. They was witches.
Eve's Bio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The witches of Eastwick. What's the Charmed?
Okay. Yeah.
You got that show Charmed.
Right.
I mean, it's a reason why they came out with all these.
Right.
And they steady coming out.
Right.
With these witch movies and
cartoons.
Yeah. Every cartoon you see now on Nickelodeon.
Right.
It's got something to do with a spell.
Now, you know, the Teen Titans, don't they cast spells? And one of them is supposed to be a demon, a good demon. Come on, that's so oxymoron. Yeah. But that's what they're filling our kids with. That's what they're pushing from a young age to try to make it common and try to make it okay.
You know, so you got to know that spells, it ain't just no movie or some type of TV show and they just, it's make-believe. It's something to it.
Right.
You know.
But when you think about it, think of the spells that different music brings about you. Come on. You can, if you listen to like slow jams, it puts you in a different mood. That's a spell. If you listen to certain rap, you remember in the day, NWA, they came out with certain musics and all law enforcement tried to put every crime or every thing that happened during that time, they wanted to put it on, make that rap group responsible. Why?
Yeah.
Because of the spells that they felt that the kids were under by watching and listening to that kind of music.
I mean, back in the days, I used to love watching scary movies. I mean, I still like watching scary movies, but I really don't watch them a lot because I know
everything carries a spell.
Everything carries a spirit.
Right.
And so while you're watching the movies, you know, it's like they're casting a spell on you.
Right.
Because when you go to sleep, you have nightmares, don't you?
Right.
I mean, from watching the movies.
It's in your subconscious.
And so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, but, hey, you just, each his own. You know? I used to, I mean, everything, just think about it. You know, I was riding down the street and I looked at a round pickup truck.
Wow.
And on the back of the logo is a ram. You know, that's like a Baphomet head.
That's right.
Of the devil. You know, if you just really look at it. Look at that ram on it. If you go up to it and look at it on the back of that truck,
right,
you'll see.
Right.
It's the devil with horns.
So what are you representing? What are you riding with, and who are you allowing to ride with you?
You know, but
it means something. It means something.
You start learning about these logos.
Right.
What they really mean, the real meaning behind them.
Right.
You know, these companies, you know, what the world is really about.
Right.
You know.
And you know, I'm going to say this one last thing before we end this. I don't know if you remember, and that this is really dating back, but Phil Donahue had a show, and I'll never forget that show. He had the man, I've forgotten his name, but the one who founded and is still yet running the Church of Satan. And he said that he had given a lot of people, Procter and Gamble, all of those, I guess, the best products, the more pricier products, the quality products, all of those products, they said that they were given to them by Satan, and that a certain portion of the proceeds is going to support the Church of Satan. And so the question that Phil Donahue had is, he said, well, with all of this, and I mean Palmolive dish liquid, I mean, you just look it up for yourself. But he said he wasn't worried that all this information was getting out. And Phil Donahue was like, why? He said, because it's not enough Christians and not enough people that care. And I was like, wow. You know, can we really stay away from those things? If you look up those things that are associated and contributes back into the Church of Satan, you would be amazed. Majority, probably 9 out of 10 things that you purchase on a daily basis is participating and contributing to the Church of Satan. We just need to open up. We need to be a little wiser. We need to be, not necessarily take everything in, but when you hear stuff, take the time for yourself to research those things. And then you're going to have to start formulating your own world and creating your own world.
There's a speed trap ahead.
Okay. Well, we got to go because the laws, the popos is around. But until next time, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel for more videos and information that you can use. Rumor has it, music, news, and gossip. But you heard it from us.
We're out.